Thank you everybody for coming today. I appreciate it. Today, after we just did some discussion earlier this week, we're going to do things a student needs to return or begin at WKU. I have a handout for each of you.
Thank you.
And this is just the general guideline of what I'm going to go over. Plus, it will have all the websites I'm going to go to today, so you'll have that for your personal reference at home. First off, the thing we talk about going to WKU is admissions. It's the fact that, you've got to apply to go to school. So, to go to admissions, you would contact WKU admission office, but if you do, you have to have a few things. The first thing you're going to have is a pre-college curriculum. Now, any local high school will have that. Unfortunately, if it's been a few since you've been to high school, you may have to take a few classes at the Bowling Green Community College to get caught up. If you don't mind, this time I'm going to go around the room and just give me your first name and your highest level education, please. And if the camera person would start.
Marissa, bachelor's degree.
Emily, high school graduation.
Bobby Joe, associate's degree.
Sam, high school graduation.
Okay, so all of you obviously are adult learners, and you would not be straight out of high school, so you may have to take some classes at the Bowling Green Community College. You also had to have a 2.5 on a 4.0 scale. If that doesn't work out, you also once again go to Bowling Green Community College. So you can still get to WKU that way, but you can't go directly to WKU. So if this applies to you, you have to contact admissions and find out exactly what you're going to do. Once again, this is a general how to get to WKU. Also, you must take a standardized test. The ACT and the SAT are the two that WKU accepts. The ACT must have a composite of 20. The SAT must have a composite of 930. If you're going to take the ACT, this is the ACT sign-up sheet. Like I said, or it's not a website, excuse me, as I said before, you must have a 20 to get in. You would sign up right here, create your login. You also get your score here. And for taking the SAT, you go to www.collegeboard.com and click on students. And excuse me, there you can click and register for the SAT. You also have the SAT test preparation and find a local center. And I'll come back and discuss these a little more later on in the talk. The third thing you'll need is, if you meet all the requirements, is money. And there is some money to be given away. Financial aid, the only way to get financial aid through the government is to fill out a FAFSA form. If you're not planning on getting student aid or loans or anything, if at some point you want to work at all as a student employee, and that can be a class helper in the class or do lab work and that kind of stuff, you must have a FAFSA on file. So the best thing to do is, even if you never plan on taking financial aid, is go ahead and file a FAFSA. So if something comes along, you don't have to wait 6 weeks for that thing to process, because WKU now will not hire anyone that's a student without a FAFSA on file. So the best thing to do is go ahead and take it. Hopefully, if you apply for a FAFSA, you'll get a grant. Grants are great. You don't have to repay them. Unfortunately, most of us do not qualify because we make more than poverty level money. If you do not qualify, there are loans. There are parent loans, student loans. There are scholarships at each university. The best thing to do is contact the department you're wanting to enter, or contact the university themselves. Now, that brings us to the next part, what's called deadlines. The deadline to apply to WKU, if you want to attend by August, in the fall, is by August 1st. That means you must have all the information in they require by August 1st. That's going to be very important. We'll talk about SAT and ACT in a second here. For summer, it's May 1st, and spring is January 1st. ACT, your deadline is typically 6 weeks before the test. But once again, you must have all your information into WKU by August 1st. So, the absolute latest you could sign up to take the ACT would be June 15th. Because it would take them, then be 6 weeks till you take the test, and WKU has to have the information on August 1st. There are special circumstances that can waive these things, but it takes a lot of paperwork. So, as you see for the last one, I have under FAFSA, the sooner the better. That probably is actually a good rule on all of these. The sooner you do it, the better off you're going to be. There are limited amount of funds on WKU scholarships. And once those funds are handed out, that's it. Now, what can happen is the first, second, and third alternate may get the funds when somebody else declines them down the road. But if you're looking to get any kind of fund, the sooner your name's in the pot, the better chance you got of getting it. Lastly, we want to talk about some resources. One resource that's excellent is Educational Opportunity Centers. They deal with students who are ended or who have not received a four-year college degree and are interested in re-entering or entering any of these places. Now, just because their offices are located at WKU, they cannot make you go to WKU. If you wish to go somewhere else but live in this area, they can help you apply to those different schools. They are probably most familiar with WKU because most of the students want to attend that area. But if you're wanting to attend Bowling Green Technical College, Center, any place in the area, or any place in this area, they can help you do so. Priority is given to low-income adults and first-generation college students. And first-generation college students are listed as those whose parents have not received a four-year bachelor's degree. So, probably will apply to most of you guys. So, that's the basis of my presentation. You have all the information you need. This is very general, I admit that. If you have any specific questions, I suggest you contact that department at WKU. Are there any questions for me at this time?
I think so.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
You're welcome.